Well, hello, and welcome back to the latest edition of Garage Talk, coming to you from my office. Why is that? It's early in the morning. I'm up early, waiting to go to the doctor, and I figured I'd just record this here in my office with my coffee. All right, a couple topics for today. All right, one, I'm going to show you what I finally decided on taking to Ireland. And two, I want to talk about lens sharpness. All right, so first let's start with, what am I taking with me to Ireland? And I've done a couple videos about this, and when this video comes out, I should be in Ireland, all right, taking images and using what I'm about to show you. So here, what am I doing? I've decided I'm going to take my Wandrd Provoke 21 liter backpack. All right, that's my plan. All right, I was going to take the 6 liter, but decided to go with the backpack just because it gives me room, all right, to put if I need a rain jacket or something and carrying it around and I can take it on and off. That's the main reason for going with this particular backpack and this particular setup. All right, so now, in my last video, I talked about taking one camera. All right, one lens, one camera. All right, that's what I'm going to take. I changed that a little bit. All right, so what am I actually taking besides a cloth? All right, here's my all-in-one Mark II with my 12 to 40 f2.8. I switched the strap to the leash as opposed to the Peak Design slide strap. Just the only reason is just for weight. That's really it. It's a little simpler, easier to put in the backpack. It's not really that important. I mean, they both work, so it's not really the end of the world. But definitely taking this camera setup, as I've shown it. I'm also taking, all right, my Rode mic that mounts on top of it, all right, with the windsock, all right, because I think if I need to use this would be a better, option for me, all right, than, not, using the foam piece. This will definitely work better, all right. So now, that's what I originally had planned on taking. So what did I change? Well, what I changed was I'm adding my GoPro, all right. And the reason for that is it's small and light, and there are times when you want to record, and this is just a little bit easier to use. It's also weatherproof. Also, I have the light mod here on the top, that helps me. It also has a good built-in, microphone. So I thought, rather than going with just one setup and maybe having a problem, take a second, so at least you got something to record with, all right, and see how it works. So that's the plan. That's the kit, literally. One microfiber cloth. All right, that's it. All right, for the entire trip. So while you're seeing this, I should be using all this. All right, and hopefully we'll get a few good images and a little bit of video. We'll do hopefully some street photography. All right, and we'll do, like when we're at the Cliffs of Moher, I'm hoping to get some nice images. The Ring of Kerry, a couple castles. We'll definitely be using it. And the other thing to remember with the Provoke is it is, they don't call it waterproof, but it's water. It's basically water resistant. So it's a good bag to take for this kind of a trip anyway. So that's my plan. That's my kit. That's my bag, all packed, ready to go. And we're, a few days before we leave. So, all right, that is the final plan. So if you got, any opinions on that, certainly, throw them in the comments. All right, I'd love to hear what you think. We're going to see how this works for me. I'm expecting it to rain based on what I've seen so far. I'm going to have a couple days with, with some inclement weather. So that, again, what I think I have here is a good kit for that situation. So I'm planning for the worst, hoping for better, but the reality is I figure we're, it's Ireland. We're going to get some rain. All right, so now let's move on to the next subject. All right, and that is, do we always need to have the sharpest lens? All right, and I had this conversation with a friend a couple weeks ago, we got into a debate on it. Let's face it, folks, we're pushed and sold, and we talk about it. I see it in every forum. I see everything that's out there, all right, where we talk about, we need to have, sharp from side to side and all the way through the zone, or through the range, if it's a, if it's a, zoom lens and all, at f2.8 and f22, and it never stops. All right, we always are looking, or seem to be after, the sharpest of the lenses, and if it's not sharp, oh, it's a problem. All right, but yet, I don't know if you can see it, but you look back here. Here's an image taken by Ansel Adams. That's Vernal Falls. It's taken in Yosemite. Taken with a large format camera in black and white. Lenses today have a hell of a lot better technology than did then. That image looks pretty darn good. All right, now, kind of hard to tell from here, but certainly that's a popular image. It's just not like you can't look it up. But, and you look back through some of your own images, or even my images. Back in the days when I was shooting with an 18 to 55 in my early Nikon days. All right. Good lens, but not a great lens. It wasn't sharp, tack sharp all the way through the range. It wasn't, but I still got good images. So why all the desire? Why all the conversation about, is it tack sharp? Is it, good here, good there, side to side? I mean, yeah, we'd like to have those things. I mean, let's be honest, or at least I'll be honest. The sharpest lens I've ever owned, in every particular aspect, in my opinion, was my RF 70 to 200 f2.8. That lens was just, oh God, perfect. All right, I hate to say it, but for lack of a better term, I'm a lens snob. I've said it. I like using zooms more than I do, the fixed lenses. But I like f2.8 fixed aperture, and I like to have good, sharp, speedy zoom, lenses. And yeah, they come at a premium cost, premium everything. But yet, I've got mainly newer stuff, but yet things made 10, 15 years ago, or 100 years ago, could take great images, So why do I need to spend all that money? Why do I need all that? And I question that. I question it. Is it something that I need? Is it something that you need? Is it something anybody needs? And in the debate I was having with a friend, I mean, he thought it was a great idea to bring up for, a Garage Talk episode, to see what other people thought, to see where where other people lie. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm not sure we need, the newest lenses, the most tack sharp. I'm not sure I think we just need a decent lens, right? And technique, and that's really it. Because every camera today, even your phone, takes a good image. And think about it. The lenses on your phone seem to work pretty good. And I would guarantee you they're not nearly as good as, my $3,000 50 to 200 f2.8. They're just not. All right. But there are, do we really need it? Should we be spending so much money on it? Is it the most important thing? I don't think it is. I think it's technique, and I think it's, style more than anything. Because there are images out there where the style is for it not to be sharp. All right, people are taking images, motion blur, they're moving cameras up and down. There's a lot of things going on. So do we really truly need the best of the best? Does it need to be perfect through the entire range, left to right, up and down? Does it have to be? I don't think it needs to be. And I think we probably invest more money in it, especially me, than I really need, or we really need. And curious what you guys think. All right, I really am. I'm curious what everyone else thinks. Is this really a hot topic? Something that people have a lot of passion around? It's just like the megapixel debate. I've got great images taken with 6 megapixels. I've got great images taken with 50 megapixels. All right, is the megapixel thing a big deal? Probably not. All right. It's what we're marketed, what we're sold, and what we think we have to have, to make us better photographers, But yet, when I look back through all my, my files, I don't know if I really see a big difference the more I look at it, from using the best lenses to, kit lenses, I don't know if I see a big enough difference where I care if I'm shooting at 6 megapixels, 12 megapixels, 10 megapixels, 50 megapixels. I just don't see it. You know, so leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. All right. I'd like to see some of that, like to respond to some of that. All right. But from my standpoint, I think we're oversold and we're overcritical. All right. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to ramble. This is a shorter episode of Garage Talk. We'll be looking at doing a live, you know, here probably once I get back from Australia. All right. Between now and then maybe maybe a week or so where I'm not able to get a video out. We'll see how that goes. But, you know, be patient with me here as I work through this trip. All right. But anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe, you know, share, you know, please with your friends, try to help grow the audience. You know, any little bit you can do is greatly appreciated. Subscribing is free, doesn't cost you anything, but it certainly helps the channel. So that's a great thing, you know, so please do that. And then again, until we see you again, stay safe.